Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something extraordinary. I want to talk about how to break free from the chains of mediocrity and step into the rare air of being above average. Because here's the truth. The average person gets average results. And if you're here today, I know you're not interested in average. You want more, you deserve more, and you can achieve more. But it won't come by accident. It's a deliberate decision followed by intentional action. So let me take you through a series of powerful principles that will guide you to becoming an above average person. Ready? Let's dive in. The journey of becoming above average starts with a decision that only you can make. It's the moment you draw a line in the sand and declare to yourself and the world, I will not settle. Too many people allow life to happen to them, drifting through the days without direction or purpose, resigned to being spectators in their own stories. But you are not like them. You're here because you know there's more. Deep inside, you've always known you were capable of greatness. Today is the day you decide to rise above. The truth is, being above average isn't about being born special. It's not about having more talent, luck, or resources than the person next to you. It's about choosing to live with purpose, with intention, and with the determination to be better than you were yesterday. It's about saying, this is my life and I'm responsible for what happens next. The average person reacts to life. The above average person takes control. They seize the reins and steer their destiny toward a brighter horizon. Making this decision isn't easy. It requires courage to break away from the crowd, to stop comparing yourself to others, and to focus instead on the unique potential within you. You might feel fear tugging at you, whispering doubts in your ear, but fear is the companion of every meaningful decision. It's the sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, reaching for something greater. Embrace that fear because it's proof that you're growing. Once you've made the decision to be above average, the next step is commitment. You can't dip your toes into greatness. You must dive in. True commitment means burning the bridges of indecision and hesitation. It's saying, I am all in no matter what it takes. This level of commitment transforms the impossible into the inevitable. When you decide with all your heart, the universe has a way of aligning to support your efforts. Doors open where there were none before, and opportunities appear when you least expect them. But let's be honest, commitment isn't glamorous. It's not the grand speeches or the applause at the finish line. It's in the quiet, unseen moments when no one is watching. It's in choosing discipline over comfort, persistence over giving up, and action over excuses. This is where the above average are forged, in the small daily decisions that compound into extraordinary results. And here's the most beautiful part. Deciding to be above average isn't just about achieving more or earning recognition. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. It's about unlocking the gifts within you and using them to make a difference in the world. Imagine the impact you can have when you choose to live fully, when you decide to shine brightly instead of dimming your light to fit in. So decide today, decide that you're worth it, decide that your life matters, that your dreams matter, and that you will not settle for anything less than your best. This decision will shape your actions, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. It's not just a choice, it's the beginning of a transformation that will echo through every corner of your life. Life gives us exactly what we demand of it, no more and no less. The difference between an average life and an extraordinary one often boils down to one simple but profound choice: the standards we set for ourselves. If you want to rise above the crowd, you must raise the bar for what you expect of yourself in every area of life. This isn't just about ambition, it's about who you are willing to become. Too many people coast through life on autopilot, living by the standards of those around them. They settle for mediocrity because it's comfortable, it's easy, and it doesn't ask too much of them. But deep down, they know they're capable of more. And here's the truth. Settling for less than your best isn't just a disservice to you, it's a disservice to the people around you, to those who could benefit from your gifts, your contributions, and your potential. When you set higher standards for yourself, something remarkable happens. You stop accepting excuses. You stop cutting corners. You stop tolerating behaviors, habits, and thoughts that don't align with the life you truly want. In your work, you strive for excellence, not because someone is watching, but because you've decided that anything less isn't good enough for you. In your relationships, you show up with integrity, honesty, and care because that's the kind of person you've chosen to be. In your health, you push yourself to be stronger, more disciplined, and more vibrant because you know that a strong body fuels a sharp mind. And in your character, you hold yourself accountable to the values you believe in, even when it's hard. Setting higher standards isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about recognizing that you have the power to design your life instead of living it by default. This means being intentional with your choices, deliberate with your actions, and unyielding in your commitment to growth. If others are doing just enough to get by, you choose to do more. If others are satisfied with good enough, you strive for great. Not because you're competing with them, but because you're competing with the person you were yesterday. It won't always be easy. Higher standards demand more of you, and there will be days when you're tempted to settle back into the comfort of mediocrity. But remember this: the quality of your life is directly tied to the standards you set. If you demand more, you'll achieve more. If you expect more, you'll grow more. And if you refuse to settle, you'll discover that the life you've always dreamed of was waiting for you to step up and claim it. This isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become in the process. So set those standards high. Refuse to accept average. Hold yourself to the level of greatness you were meant for. When you do, life will rise to meet you in ways you never thought possible. The life you desire, the success you dream of, and the impact you want to make all begin with one simple truth: you must become more to achieve more. An above-average life is not handed to anyone. It is earned through the consistent investment in personal growth. If you want to rise above the ordinary, you must first rise above who you are today. That journey begins with the decision to grow. Think about this: the world pays for value, and your value in the marketplace is directly tied to the knowledge, skills, and mindset you bring to the table. If you want more out of life, you must become more valuable. This isn't just about acquiring wealth. It's about enriching your mind, sharpening your skills, and expanding your capacity to contribute. Growth is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Every day offers an opportunity to learn something new, to improve in some way, to take another step toward the best version of yourself. Read books that challenge your thinking and broaden your perspective. Attend seminars and workshops that expose you to new ideas and inspire you to take action. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you aspire to walk and learn from their wisdom and experience. Growth doesn't happen by chance, it happens by choice. And the choice to grow must be made every single day. Now, let's be honest, growth isn't always comfortable. It requires effort, discipline, and a willingness to face the areas where you fall short. But here's the beauty of it. Every time you push through the discomfort, you expand your potential, you stretch your abilities, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. And with each step forward, your confidence grows, your influence expands, and your life takes on new meaning. The rewards of personal growth go far beyond money, though that's often one of the benefits. Growth leads to fulfillment. The deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you're becoming the person you were meant to be. It leads to impact, the ability to contribute something meaningful to the world. And it leads to influence, the power to inspire and uplift those around you. Imagine what your life could look like if you committed to growing just 1% every day. Over time, that commitment compounds. Small daily improvements add up to extraordinary results. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You develop skills that set you apart. You attract people and possibilities that align with your vision, all because you made the decision to invest in yourself. So commit today to your personal growth. Make it a priority, not an afterthought. Embrace the journey of becoming more valuable, not just for what it will bring to your life, but for who it will help you become. Because the more you grow, the more you can give, and the more you give, the richer your life will become. In every sense of the word, your life is a reflection of your habits, those small, repeated actions that over time determine the person you become and the future you create. If you want to rise above average, it begins by mastering your habits. The average person drifts through life, letting their habits control them. They follow routines shaped by convenience or circumstance, often unaware of how these choices limit their potential. But the above-average person takes charge. They recognize that their habits are the foundation of their success, and they design them with intention. Think of your habits as seeds. Each one you plant grows into something over time. Some grow into a flourishing garden full of opportunities and abundance. Others become weeds, choking out the potential for growth and leaving you stuck in mediocrity. The question is, what are you planting? Are your daily habits moving you closer to the life you desire, or are they holding you back? The power of habits lies in their consistency. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about the small disciplines you commit to every day. Waking up early, for example, isn't just about getting out of bed. It's about starting your day with purpose and giving yourself the gift of time. Exercising isn't just about staying fit. It's about building the mental and physical resilience you need to tackle life's challenges. Practicing gratitude isn't just a nice idea. It's a habit that rewires your mindset, helping you focus on what's good and abundant in your life. But let's be clear, mastering your habits requires effort. It's easy to let old patterns pull you back into the comfort of the familiar. That's why you must be deliberate. Start by identifying one habit that's holding you back and commit to replacing it with something that serves you. Maybe it's swapping mindless scrolling for 15 minutes of reading, or trading a late night binge session for an early morning workout. Whatever it is, start small, but start now. Consistency is the secret sauce. It's not what you do occasionally that shapes your future. It's what you do consistently. When you repeat small disciplines every day, they compound over time, creating results far greater than you might expect. Success isn't built in a single day. It's built in the daily choices you make, one habit at a time. And here's the best part. Once you master your habits, they begin to work for you. They become automatic, freeing up your energy and focus for even greater pursuits. You no longer have to think about doing what's right. It's simply who you are. That's the power of habit mastery. So take control of your habits today. Decide to be intentional with your time, energy, and focus. Build routines that align with your goals and values. And remember, the small things you do consistently are far more powerful than the big things you do occasionally. Master your habits, and you'll master your future. The turning point in any life is the moment you decide to take full responsibility. Not partial, not conditional, but full responsibility for your actions, your decisions, your outcomes, and yes, even for the circumstances you didn't create, but still have to navigate. This is the defining trait of above-average people. They don't shift blame, point fingers, or make excuses. They look in the mirror and say, if it's to be, it's up to me. That mindset is not a burden, it's a gift. Responsibility is not something to avoid. It's something to embrace because it unlocks the power to change your life. Think about it. When you blame someone else for your problems, you hand over control of your life. If your boss is the reason you're unhappy, then your happiness is in their hands. If your upbringing is the reason you can't succeed, then your future is dictated by your past. Excuses may feel like a release in the moment, but they come with a steep cost. They strip you of your power to act, to grow, to improve. On the other hand, responsibility is empowering. It says, I have the power to choose. I have the power to act. I have the power to change. Owning your life doesn't mean everything will always go smoothly. It doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or setbacks. What it means is that you refuse to let those challenges define you. If something isn't working, you don't sit back and complain, you fix it. If you fall short, you don't hide from it, you own it. This level of accountability is what separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who settle for mediocrity. Above average people don't wait for someone else to solve their problems or improve their situation. They step up, they take charge, they act. Responsibility doesn't just change your results, it changes you. It builds your confidence because when you take ownership of your life, you begin to trust yourself. You stop waiting for someone else to save you because you realize you're capable of saving yourself. It sharpens your character because when you own your mistakes, you grow from them. It creates clarity because you stop wasting energy on blame and start focusing on solutions. But let's not pretend it's easy. Taking responsibility requires courage. It means admitting when you're wrong. It means letting go of excuses that have been comfortable for far too long. It means acknowledging that where you are today is the result of choices you've made, and that where you'll be tomorrow depends on the choices you make now. But here's the beauty of it. When you take responsibility, you gain freedom. Freedom to rewrite your story, freedom to rise above your circumstances, freedom to create a life that reflects your highest potential. So today, make the decision to embrace responsibility. Own your actions, own your results, own your life. Because when you take responsibility, you gain control. And when you have control, you have the power to change everything. To rise above average, it's not enough to just excel at tasks or accumulate knowledge. True greatness is rooted in how you relate to the people around you. It's about understanding your emotions, managing them, and using them to foster strong, meaningful connections. Being above average means you don't let your emotions control you, you take charge of them. You learn to use emotional intelligence, not just for personal growth, but to build bridges with others, to influence, to inspire, and to create a life that's rich in positive, supportive relationships. Emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness. How often do you pause to reflect on your emotions, to understand why you're feeling the way you do? Most people go through their days unaware of how their emotions are influencing their actions and reactions. They react impulsively based on how they feel in the moment, often leaving chaos in their wake. But above average people understand that their emotions don't define them. They observe them, acknowledge them, and then make a conscious choice about how to respond. This self-awareness creates space between stimulus and reaction, and that space is where control lies. Managing your emotions is where the real magic happens. Life isn't always easy, and things won't always go your way. But when you master your emotions, you remain calm, focused, and in control, even in the face of adversity. Instead of reacting in anger or frustration when things go wrong, you respond with clarity and purpose. Instead of allowing fear or self-doubt to hold you back, you channel those emotions into action. You don't let your circumstances dictate your emotional state. You choose how you feel. This ability to manage your emotions gives you a sense of peace and power that is unmatched. But emotional intelligence isn't just about controlling your own emotions. It's about connecting with others on a deeper level. It's about empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of others. The average person hears someone's words, but the above average person listens with intention. They don't just hear, they listen with their hearts. They seek to understand, not just to respond. This connection is what builds strong relationships. Relationships that are based on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. People are drawn to those who genuinely listen, who make them feel valued, and who empathize with their experiences. This is the foundation of influence and leadership. Above average people don't just use emotional intelligence to manage relationships, they use it to inspire and elevate others. They recognize the power of a kind word, a genuine compliment, or a simple act of understanding. They know that by lifting others, they elevate themselves. They understand that success is not just about individual achievement, but about how you make others feel in the process. So, cultivate emotional intelligence. Become aware of your emotions and learn to manage them. Practice empathy and listen with intention. Build relationships that are based on understanding and connection. When you do this, you'll discover that the more you invest in others, the more you invest in yourself. Emotional intelligence is not just a skill, it's a way of life, and it's the key to living above average. The path to greatness is not paved with shortcuts or easy wins. It's forged through relentless effort, determination, and a willingness to push beyond the limits of what is comfortable. If you want to rise above average, you must be willing to work harder than everyone else. This might not be the message you want to hear, but it's the message you need to hear. The world does not reward mediocrity. It rewards those who are willing to give more, do more, and be more. The success is not a matter of luck or chance, it's a matter of effort and commitment. The average person does just enough to get by. They do what's required and then stop, thinking that's enough. But the above average person knows better. They understand that success is not guaranteed, it's earned. And it's earned through the daily grind, through showing up when it's hard, through doing the work that others are unwilling to do. It's about going the extra mile, even when no one is watching, even when you're tired, even when it would be easier to quit. The extra mile is where the magic happens. Let's be honest, talent is important, but it's not enough. You may be talented, you may have all the potential in the world, but if you don't work for it, that talent will remain dormant. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. The world is full of talented people who never achieve their full potential because they don't put in the effort. They coast. They wait for opportunities to come to them. And in the end, they wonder why success always seems to elude them. Meanwhile, those who work tirelessly, who refuse to take their foot off the pedal, who show up every single day, are the ones who rise above. Hard work is about more than just physical effort. It's about mental toughness too. It's about pushing through fatigue, overcoming setbacks, and staying focused when distractions pull at you from every direction. It's about having the discipline to keep going when motivation fades. The key is consistency. Success is not about one grand effort. It's about the small, consistent actions that compound over time. Every day you choose to work harder, you're building momentum, creating results, and inching closer to your goals. But let's not forget the importance of passion. Hard work without passion can feel like a grind, but when you have a vision, when you're driven by purpose, the work becomes meaningful. Passion fuels persistence. It's what keeps you going when the road gets tough, when the results are slow to come, when failure feels like it's right around the corner. Passion gives you the fire to keep going, to outwork everyone else, to rise above. So don't shy away from hard work. Embrace it. Put in the hours, the effort, the commitment. Be the person who outworks the average. Show up every day with dedication and persistence, and watch as you separate yourself from the crowd. Because in the end, hard work doesn't just pay off. It transforms you into the person you were always meant to be. The fear of failure is one of the most crippling forces in the world. It paralyzes people, keeping them stuck in a life of mediocrity, where safety and comfort are the highest priorities. But let me tell you something, failure is not your enemy. In fact, failure is one of the most powerful teachers you will ever encounter. It's through failure that we learn, grow, and transform. It's through failure that we discover what we're truly capable of. The above-average person understands this. They don't shy away from failure. They embrace it because they know that failure is simply a stepping stone on the road to success. Truth is, if you want to rise above average, you must be willing to take risks. You must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, to do things that scare you, to make decisions that feel uncertain. Because growth does not happen in the safe, predictable spaces. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you push beyond the boundaries of what you already know. The above average person doesn't play it safe. They take calculated risks. They know that with every risk, there's a potential for failure, but they also know that there's an even greater potential for growth and reward. But let's get something clear. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. It means being intentional, being thoughtful, and being strategic. It means weighing the potential benefits and consequences and then taking action despite the uncertainty. It's about stepping forward with courage, knowing that failure is not a sign of defeat, but a valuable lesson. Every time you fail, you gain insight, you gain experience, you learn what doesn't work, and you adjust. You refine your approach and come back even stronger. It's not the failure that matters. It's what you do with it. Most people fear failure because they see it as a final destination, as a dead end. But the above-average person sees it differently. They see failure as a teacher, a guide that shows them the way forward. They know that every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. And when they fail, they don't give up. They don't quit. They get up, dust themselves off, and keep moving forward. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. So take risks. Embrace the possibility of failure, because it's through those failures that you will find your true strength. When you take risks, you're taking control of your future. You're not letting fear hold you back. You're not letting uncertainty paralyze you. You're moving forward with faith in yourself and in your ability to learn and adapt. And when you fail, you don't look at it as a setback. You look at it as a lesson, as a necessary step on your path to greatness. Keep moving forward, keep learning, keep growing, because success doesn't belong to the person who never fails. It belongs to the person who dares to take risks and keeps going no matter what. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. They pull at us from every direction. Social media, notifications, endless tasks, and the noise of the world around us. The average person gets swept up in this whirlwind, constantly jumping from one thing to another, never truly finishing what they start. They live in a state of constant busyness, but never in a state of productivity. They dabble, but they don't commit. They spread their energy thin, but they don't focus it on what truly matters. But the above-average person understands something crucial. They understand that to achieve anything of significance, they must develop unshakable focus. Focus is power. It's the ability to shut out the distractions, to say no to the things that don't align with your goals, and to keep your attention fixed on the target, no matter what. Above-average people don't scatter their energy. They direct it with precision. They set clear, specific goals and pursue them relentlessly. When they set their sights on something, they go after it with everything they have, blocking out the noise and staying focused on the outcome. They don't get sidetracked by shiny objects or momentary temptations. They stay the course, knowing that consistency and dedication are the keys to success. Think about it. Energy flows where focus goes. Whatever you give your attention to expands. If you're constantly bouncing between tasks, your energy becomes diluted. You may feel busy, but you're not making real progress. You're just treading water. But when you focus all of your energy on one goal, on one purpose, everything shifts. You begin to see momentum. The little things you do every single day start to add up. And before long, you look up and realize that the results you were hoping for are becoming your reality. Focus has the power to transform ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. But focus isn't just about discipline, it's about choice. Every day you're faced with a choice. Will you allow yourself to be distracted, or will you stay true to what matters most? Will you waste time on things that don't bring you closer to your goals, or will you say no to the things that don't serve your purpose? The above-average person makes a conscious decision to stay focused. They decide every single day that they will not be distracted by the trivial. They know that distractions are the enemy of progress, and they're committed to blocking them out. Developing unshakable focus is not easy. It requires discipline, clarity, and a deep commitment to your vision. It requires that you constantly realign yourself with your purpose and make sure that your actions are in harmony with your goals. But when you cultivate this level of focus, when you keep your eyes on the prize and refuse to let anything deter you, the rewards are immeasurable. So ask yourself, where is your focus right now? Are you allowing distractions to control your energy, or are you channeling it toward what truly matters? If you want to live above average, if you want to create a life that's extraordinary, then you must develop unshakable focus. Keep your eyes on the prize, stay relentless in your pursuit, and remember, energy flows where focus goes. There's a fundamental truth that many people fail to grasp. The key to a life well lived is not about taking, it's about giving. Too many individuals spend their lives in pursuit of what they can take from the world, always looking for the next opportunity to get something for themselves. But the above average person understands something deeper. They understand that life is not about accumulation, it's about contribution. It's about giving more than you take. When you choose to live a life of contribution, you begin to shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. You start to see that there is more than enough to go around, and the act of giving doesn't diminish you, it expands you. The above average person gives their time, their energy, their love, their resources. They share what they know, they lift others up, and they look for ways to make the world better. They understand that success is not just about personal achievements or the material things they collect along the way. True success is about the impact you have on others, the difference you make in the lives of those around you. But here's the beautiful irony. The more you give, the more you receive. This is a law of the universe. The act of giving opens up channels of abundance. It might not be immediate, and it might not always look like you expect. But when you pour into others, the rewards come back in ways you can't always predict. When you give freely and generously, whether it's your time, your wisdom, your support, or your resources, you create a ripple effect. You don't just impact one person, you affect the world around you in ways that are far greater than you could ever imagine. Giving is also an investment in your own happiness. There's something deeply fulfilling about contributing to the lives of others, about knowing that your actions have made a difference. It builds a sense of purpose, of meaning, and of connection. You begin to realize that your life is not just about what you can achieve for yourself. It's about how you use your gifts, your talents, your resources to help others achieve their own greatness. When you contribute, you tap into a deeper sense of fulfillment. You don't have to wait for the world to give to you. You begin to realize that giving is, in and of itself, the greatest reward. You see, the above average person doesn't wait for others to take action. They lead with generosity. They look for ways to add value, to serve, and to elevate those around them. They give without expecting anything in return because they understand the law of reciprocity. They understand that by giving more than you take, you create a life that is rich in purpose, in connection, and in joy. So, if you want to live a life above average, ask yourself, what are you giving? How can you contribute more to the lives of others? The world doesn't need more people focused solely on what they can take. It needs more people who are willing to give. And when you give, you'll find that success doesn't just show up in what you accumulate. It shows up in the difference you make, the love you share, and the lives you touch. Give more than you take, and you'll find that you've created a life that's truly extraordinary. Ladies and gentlemen, the path to becoming an above-average person is not easy, but it is worth it. It requires effort, discipline, and a relentless commitment to growth. But if you're willing to pay the price, the rewards are extraordinary. Decide today to rise above the crowd, set higher standards, work harder, love deeper, and give generously. The world is waiting for the best version of you. Go out there and become an above-average person. Your future self will thank you.